DJ Erica. Welcome to another episode of the DJ Erica podcast. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope you guys are doing real good. And for everybody else out there, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, like button, hit the notification bell. Let's get that out the way right now, because I know a lot of y'all out there, y'all be trying to play, y'all sit here and watch these videos, and y'all forget to hit the subscribe button. But you know, I just got to remind you guys to do so, because on this channel we have a good time. We do celebrity interviews. We talk about newcomer interviews. We also talk about celebrity gossip. All of the hot topics throughout the week, I highlight it and I talk about it. And there's nothing off limits here. And you know how I do it. I like to talk. I like to keep it real. And I like to have a good ass time. So if you like to have a good ass time, and you like gossip, and you like to talk, and you just like to talk to real people, a real person talking to you, and you being a real person talking to me back, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. Now, you guys, my last video that I posted a few days ago went viral. I got 20,000, last time I checked out, no, is it 12,200 downloads of that video. You guys, that's 12,200 views of that video. And I got a lot of new subscribers. You guys checking out my commentary. And it just boom, you know. I had a couple other videos go viral over the past couple of months, and this channel just been slowly picking up. But the video a few days ago was I feel like it was one of the most controversial commentaries that I ever let out. And you guys were going back and forth, arguing back and forth in the comments, you know what I'm saying? And I got attacked by by Neezy Gang. Y'all know who Neezy Gang is. It's for the Easy X Natalie channel or whatever. And I watched them. I loved their commentary. All I was doing was speaking for the adults that was in the room and just trying to say, like, maybe we could get some different type of videos, some new videos besides cheat and prank videos. And everybody want to come after Jay. But it's fine. I am a commentator. I am a podcaster. I am a vlogger. So, you know, I expect people to come at me sideways when I like to speak the real. And they might not like it. So, you know, if you didn't like what I had to say, oh well. But I literally was just trying to give constructive criticism because I actually like their channel. Now, I mean, it's several other people that I watch who's literally built their entire channel around those two. You know what I'm saying? Just being haters. And they really just don't even produce any other content. But I don't speak on other people, and I don't try to start beef on YouTube. That's not my thing. But all I'm saying is everybody keep coming after me when I'm not even, this is my first time doing commentary, speaking on something like this. And the reason why I talked about it, because it was gossip out in the YouTube streets. What are you mad at me for? Just doing my job, all right? So everybody that's out there, everybody needs gang, don't get mad at me. I hope you guys enjoy my voice and listen to my other commentary where I talk about all these other music news, celebrity news, entertainment news overall. And we have a good ass time. Like I said before, let's get into it, y'all. Let me talk about my day, man. Oh, man. I don't know what's going on in the world, man. People and their attitudes, drama that be going on out here, man. You know, I realize, you know, we're right now, we're on the brink of getting a brand new president of the United States. And there's so much stuff that has happened in 2020 that I'm realizing that a lot of people energy is like literally on the edge. A lot of people are angry and mad and upset. People want to fight. There's a lot of violence going on. You know what I'm saying? People out here getting killed on a daily basis. There's a bunch of stuff going on. And I just want to know, what exactly will it take for the world to find a calm? For the world to find a cool? For the world to chill out, man? Because being out here in this climate, the social climate, it's just the intensity. You know, I feel like it's so much spiritual warfare going on. So many bad people out there. You know what I mean? And the question is, how do we, the people that are saying, that's still having a positive outlook, who's still going after their dreams, even in the midst of this madness, how do we stay up? How do we stay positive? How do we keep going in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic, during racial tension, during a political war? How do we keep our heads up? You know, how do we try to stay motivated when there's nasty people in the world? You know? I feel like 2020 song anthem of Try Jesus, Please Don't Try Me is relatable, you know, for the year overall, because it just seems as if there's so many people out here who wants to put their nasty negative energy onto you, you know? But what you have to do in the midst of that, when you're experiencing that, is really just talk to the higher power. Talk to God. And remember to remain peaceful and keep your peace. Don't let the bad spirits and the bad energy of another person jump onto you. Because it seems like that's something that's been going on in the world. Globally. Not just here. Not just over there, but globally, around the world. Not on this one continent, on every other continent. We're on one accord. We're all struggling. We're all going through a pandemic. We're all going through COVID-19. We're all dealing with racial tension. We're all going through political issues. We're going through just life, right? And through that life, it's so many people that either crumble and can't focus, or it's people that go harder, like me. I go harder. You know what I'm saying? So, I just had to say something that anybody that's out there that's struggling, y'all kind of below, you know, who have been dealing with bad energy. How do y'all get rid of that energy? Do you meditate? Do you burn incense? Do you pray? Do you run it off? Do you work it off? Shoot, do you sleep it off? What can be the resolution to help shift the energy that's been going on in this current year? I need a drink after that. Water. And also, you know what helps me? Drinking water, a nice glass of water, and taking a nap sometimes. But sometimes it also helps me when I take my dog out for a walk, doing my breathing exercises, and just staying prayed up to God. Thank you. One love to God. And that's what keeps me motivated. That's what keeps me going. You know, when I get upset, I come to my podcast. I come here to build. I come here to produce brand new videos and work on making the greatest podcast ever produced by a female in the entertainment industry of all time. And that's something that I'm claiming. We need to really start putting positive affirmations on ourselves. We have to start doing that. You know why? Because there's so many people that's out here that's negative, that want to put their negative energy on you because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in peace. They don't believe in prosperity. And sometimes you have to be your peace and prosperity. And, you know, this is something different on the podcast because I'm trying to be more real with you guys. I want you guys to see me as a person. And I want you guys to see the same things that you go through, I go through. You know? We might do different things in life. I might be a person who's supposed to communicate and talk to the world. You might be a doctor. You might be a lawyer. You might be a hustler. You might be a rapper. You know? You might be a housewife. But we all have different stories with similar situations. Similar experiences. Similar emotions. And the question is, how do we keep going through all of the negativity? How do we prosper? How do we get over it? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just trying to talk about right now. Is how do you stay positive? My advice to you on how to stay positive is believe in yourself. Remember to find your inner peace. And don't let anybody take your peace away from you. And remember, like the song said, remember to live your best life. And don't be going back and forth with these people out here. You know, there are people, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's people who are racist, whether it's, you know, jerks, just people that you experience in life. You got to remember that you're in control. God is in control. And can't nobody control you but you and your mind and your heart. And can't nobody take you out of that grace. When you carry and walk with grace, it's harder for people to come after and attack you. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing about building an empire. I want to talk to the people that's out there that's trying to build something. Because let's change it up. This podcast is going to be a little different. Usually I'm just running around with these celebrities doing this, and this. But I got some real people out there that's listening that may need to hear this. That may need to hear somebody that's spitting the real besides us talking about all the tragedies or talking about the things about these celebrities. Of course I'm going to talk about the hot topics today. But I want to take the first part of this podcast and talk about the real. Like what's really going on. What are you doing to take care of yourself? If you haven't taken care of yourself, if you haven't been getting that space and time that you need for yourself, please make sure you do so. If you need to have that day off of work, call off. Take a break. Get your mind and your spirit in order. Remember that. You know, you only get one life. You can only progress in this one life. So you want to make sure that you do and try to tackle everything that you can in this life. Don't let people stop you. Don't let the nonsense stop you. And try to stay motivated. This is the reason why I made this podcast. Like I said before, y'all might not feel like it's the greatest podcast of all time, but I'm speaking on myself. That's not being cocky. That's affirmation. That's being confident. That's in believing yourself. Believing in what you do. Because there's a lot of people that out here that don't want to believe in themselves, that don't believe that they can be great, that don't believe that they can take things to the next level. It doesn't matter whether you're someone who's trying to be in front of the camera, behind the camera, or just live your life day to day. Try to make that day, every day, the best day of your life. Try to take care of yourself. Try to eat better. Try to show love while you can. Try to remove bad people away from you. If you're in a bad relationship, get yourself up out of that relationship. If people ain't helping you progress, then they gotta go. Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta get up, and sometimes you just gotta walk away from bad situations. And that's what it's about. Life is about choices. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm learning from 2020, we only have a few more weeks of 2020. I'm over here counting. And I'm like, we only got like less than 6 weeks in this year of 2020. And it's been a trying year. If you guys made it up until this point, and you're still alive, if you guys made it through COVID, people that's out there surviving COVID, still dealing with health effects, and you're still alive, just be thankful. Be grateful. You know, thank God. You know? And affirm that yourself of your greatness for wanting to get up and still fighting through in the middle of all this madness. And there's definitely been madness going on. You know, we got a new president. I'm glad that Biden has won. Everybody with their own political things or why, whatever, that's fine. I don't care. I'm not going to debate with nobody in their own political beliefs. You know why? Because I already did what I needed to do when I went in the poll and voted for who I voted for. If the person that you voted for lost, don't be a sore loser. Don't let that affect you. Maybe it's something about you that maybe God is trying to teach you. Like maybe it's time for us to shift the planet and stop allowing people who are racist, who are sexist, you know, and things of that nature, xenophobia, all whatever, everything. You know what I mean? To like run the country, man. We got to start finding peace and love. For real, for real. Let's keep it real, y'all. But I had to go on that rant because honestly, it's been one of those weeks. You know, and I feel like it's just like back up. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's people coming after my commentary, whether it's just bad friends, bad family, you know, people don't have bad family. People deal with bad family, you know. My family is amazing though. Not me particularly. But you know how it is. Everybody has something in their life that they just want to take. Pop, pop, pop. Knock people down. Get out my face. Pop, pop, pop. Get out my face. And that's sometimes a mentality you got to keep in your head. Don't let people drain your energy. Don't let people deplete you. Keep going, man. Like honestly. But if you're feeling inspired, by this segment, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Now let's get into the celebrity hot topics of the week, because you know how I do it when I do it. Yo, did y'all hear? Let's talk about the hot topics real quick. Let's get into it. So y'all hear about this Jay-Z fan, right? This Jay-Z fan got arrested. Jay-Z the rapper, I'm pretty sure you guys know who he is, okay? One of his fans got arrested for trying to take a flight from Chicago to LAX, okay, to meet the Roc Nation owner, alright? The title says, Jay-Z fan arrested and banned from airport after sneaking onto a flight to see him, okay? Alright, so it says on here that Yasmina Payton was arrested for felony criminal trespass after she evaded airport security and boarded an American Airlines flight to LAX in Chicago, alright? And this is supposed to have happened on Sunday, November 8th. Now, according to this, Payton, who was 23 years old, told authorities after she was arrested how she put off the caper following her arrest, revealing how she pushed past a security gate while trespassing and passing the TSA department, okay, while officers were distracted. Payton also managed to get by another security checkpoint without raising suspicion. The Jay-Z fan was ultimately caught when someone spotted her ducking under ropes at the boarding doors on Terminal 3 on O'Hare International Airport. A ticketing agent was informed about Payton's illegal entry onto the flight, leading to her arrest. American Airlines told the New York Post the flight departed to LAX after the law enforcement searched and cleared the aircraft for departure. Peyton said that she was trying to get to Los Angeles to see Jay-Z, aka Hov, aka Hov. All right. Her court-appointed attorney noted that she suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder and anxiety disorder, okay, which is PTSD. The TSA is conducting an investigation into Peyton's security invasion, and they also said it's going to probably take 90 days to complete the investigation. Peyton has been bailed out for $500, and she's currently banned from the airport now. Now, what is going on? like what is going on? What's going? This is my point of what's going on in the world. When I tell you people have lost their damn mind, people have lost their damn mind. Who wakes up in the morning in Chicago and says, you know what, today I'm gonna go find Jay-Z. I'm gonna get my ass on the airplane and go fly all the way to Los Angeles to go find Jay-Z in the middle of COVID. I'm not even gonna get a ticket. I'm just gonna, but like when is it okay to stalk somebody? When is it okay? It doesn't matter if it's a regular person or a celebrity. When is it when is that okay? Like, what's wrong with people? And the fact that she's 23 years old, they did say she had a mental disorder, but this is the reason why it's important for family members to check up on their other family members who they feel have mental issues, who needs mental help and stuff like that, and make sure that they're being treated properly to prevent situations like this, to prevent them from going manic and trying to do certain stunts like this, like trying to take a freaking plane from Chicago all the way to Los Angeles to go meet up with Jay-Z. It sounded like she was having a mental breakdown, y'all. I'm gonna send a prayer out for her. But this had to be one of the most weirdest stories I've seen all week. Jay-Z don't even get headlines. That man is so private. Him and Beyonce is so private. Speaking of Beyonce, let me talk about Beyonce real quick. Hold on. I'm not talking bad about her. Beehive, don't come and try to beat me. This and this. I was just talking about how she's out here slaying the fashion game. Okay, Beyonce do her thing and mind her business. She done put out her Ivy Park collection, and I seen one of a YouTuber like years ago, right? Shout out to Ashley Miller. Who watched Ashley Miller's channel? I love her channel. She's so freaking funny. She has said something about Ivy Park not having clothing for the big girls. And she said it, and I don't know, maybe Beyonce Camp heard her when she said it, because she's like literally the only one that I noticed as a commentator say something about her not having clothing for the big girls. Well, Beyonce has invested in an Ivy Park plus size wear. And Monique was on Instagram, and she showed off because Beyonce dropped her a fashion, what they call it, fashion cart full of brand new clothing for the plus size line. And when I say Monique looked fabulous, the brand looked fabulous, Beyonce is out here doing her thing, okay? You know what I'm saying? They said that Beyonce was retiring from music. I think I already did that video. If you guys haven't seen that video where I was talking about why Beyonce said she wasn't possibly doing music anymore, check that out. That's also on the channel. But Beyonce is out here doing a thing, and it's crazy because she's just continued to unveil fashions. Like she just every day she's like on Instagram like every day the past 2 weeks, like every other day, putting up like new clothing and stuff like that from Ivy Park, which I heard was like sold out. So maybe they read up on the clothing, whatever it is. I mean, I might have to go ahead and get me some of that athletic apparel too, because it definitely looked fly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, have you guys, any of you guys bought any of Beyonce's new clothing line? I want to know what y'all think about it. Comment below. What was the material feel like? Is it stretchy? Like, how does it feel? And what would you rate it if you had to rate it from 1 to 5? Since it's clothing, I'll say 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. What do y'all think about the fashions and the overall comfort? And for the big girls that's out there, how many of the big girls went and bought the plus size line that was just unveiled this week? If you guys have any pictures, whatever. I don't know. How do y'all share pictures? I don't know. If y'all have any pictures or whatever, tag me on Instagram, whatever. I'll look over and give you a shout out on my next show. Y'all tell me what y'all think of the Beyonce clothing line, man. Alright, so speaking of clothing line, Cardi B. Cardi B just debuted her Reebok footwear collection. Now, remember, it has been about 2 years she signed a deal with Reebok in 2018. But, it takes a couple of years, to get these things in order after you sign a deal with a major distribution company. So, Cardi B went and launched her brand. It's called C Club Cardi's. Cardi coated C Club doubles. That's what the shoes is called. It comes in the color white, red, and black. It's really nice, and then they have more of a crispy clean type of color, so they have the more athletic look to it. And then she got like the more flat Air Force Ones type of look, classic. They kind of look like Air Force Ones, the other ones. They remind me of that style a little bit, but it's from Reebok. Definitely fly. She actually unveiled it on her Instagram, and I don't know. Everybody have like these delivery things, because Reebok has sent these two chicks. And they were so over the top. And they pulled up in a car with the name of Cardi B brand on it for Reebok, and unveiled these shoes. And Cardi B put it on her Instagram page or whatever, and they look real nice. It's nice to see women in fashion, the music industry, really crossing into fashion, because we have Rihanna. Rihanna is absolutely killing it. Rihanna's doing everything, right? And it's like super successful. Like, they're making buku money, and not to insult them, but they're making money like the top end people start, talking about like Versace and stuff like that. Rihanna's making that type of money with her fashion lines and her Savage Fenty and the lingerie and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think she actually put Victoria's Secret out of business, because it seemed like a lot of Victoria's Secrets have been shut down. A lot of places, Pink, all that. The Savage Fenty came in being Savage. And I really think like every woman buys their lingerie, who really likes lingerie buys their lingerie. So, are you guys going to try and go ahead and purchase the new Cardi shoes? The shoes are not for men. It only comes with women and children. But would you buy your kids some sneakers from Cardi? Would you women go out there and purchase it? I know that she probably make a lot of money. I mean, the woman got like 80 million followers on Instagram. I mean, they probably ain't even got enough shoes prepared. She's probably already going to sell out on them. I mean, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe you get some for your girl. Guys, would you buy some Cardi B shoes for your girl? Ladies, would you buy you some Cardi shoes? Men and women, would you buy your kids some Cardi shoes? Y'all comment below and tell me what y'all think about that story right there. Man, so in other news, man, so some stuff going on with the estate for Selena Quintanilla. And you guys, you know who she is. She was a singer, a Mexican-American singer, pop star, icon. She was killed back in 1995 by her, her fan club president, Yolanda. I can't think of the lady's last name, but she killed her. And the lady is still, I think she's still serving in prison for her murder. And, her estate ended up coming out with an amazing movie, which introduced Jennifer Lopez as Selena in the 1997 film. And that film is like a blockbuster hit. It still plays on TV to this day. Selena music, is still iconic. People still play her music to this day. She's just an icon. And now they've moved forward with the Netflix series in regards to Selena's life and her growing up. But now there's problems going on with her estate, because it says that a film producer is trying to currently sue Selena's father and Netflix over a business deal. So it says Matusium Esparza, who produced the highly acclaimed 1997 film Selena, is accusing Abraham Quintanilla, 81, of violating a contract agreement signed in 1995 in which he allegedly was given the rights to the life story of Selena. According to TMZ, Esperanza is seeking $1 million for breach of contract from Quintanilla, and is suing Netflix for ignoring his and Quintanilla's previous deal while creating Selena the series, which is set to premiere on Netflix December 4th. In the lawsuit filed on November 6th, Esparza alleges that after the success of their original film, he and Selena's father discussed creating their own follow-up miniseries together. Those talks reportedly took place in 1998. Selena's sister, Suzette Quintanilla, is also being named in the lawsuit because she was reportedly involved in the conversations regarding the storyline about a young Selena. The case summary reviewed by Page 6 shows that there is a case management conference that is scheduled for February in regards to the deal. and all of the drama going on. They said that Selena's family and Netflix has not responded immediately to the request, asking questions about this whole thing. So basically, the show is still going to premiere. It's supposed to be coming out in a couple of weeks. I definitely will be tuning in. I'll be definitely giving it a look at. It's supposed to be a series. And how Netflix does, they do bundle packages. So basically, what they do is they'll put out the entire series, and you sit there and binge watch it. And I think I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch the Selena story again. This time in a TV series on Netflix. Why not? I think it's going to be a really, really good show. I think it's going to be very successful because Selena is a true icon especially when it comes to the Spanish community and everything else. She is truly a queen of music when it comes to the Spanish music scene. So I'm excited about hearing about the actual show. I didn't even know anything about the show coming out until I seen this article this week. I'm going to definitely check it out. What do you guys think about it? Anybody know any more information about this story? This is allegedly being reported by Page Six, this entire alleged story. I'm going to say alleged. Of course, I like to throw allegedly on there. Everything that I say, remember, everything that I say on here is alleged. You don't quote me. I'm just reading what I read from the news. But y'all tell me what y'all think about that whole situation right there. I just got to check my time. Make sure we're on the same time. Alright, do a quick one. Let me do a quick story real quick. Alright, so it looks like Chris Brown and Drake may actually be putting together an actual album. Drake actually had released the trailer for his upcoming album. He's supposed to be dropping in January. How many of you guys seen that? If you guys seen that, comment below and tell me what you guys thought of his trailer for his new upcoming album. I seen it. It's pretty cool. But Chris Brown basically went on a record, talked to Fat Joe on the Fat Joe's podcast show, and basically said that he is actually possibly releasing a brand new full-length project with Drake. He said that he got a few records that's coming out that's already been completed with him, and they was basically saying that it could happen. So this is an excerpt from Revolt TV. Alright, so it says Chris Brown is getting ready to get the fans what they want. The Go Crazy singer is teasing a collaboration between himself and Drake. The R&B crooner appeared on the Fat Joe show on Instagram Live and shared that he and the rapper might have a joint project in the works. Fat Joe asked him if there were any plans on doing a collaboration similar to the 2002 Best of Both Worlds with R. Kelly and Jay-Z. And he said, yeah, I think we wanted to shock the world. We got some songs. We definitely got some songs. We got some heat. It's definitely going to be something that we're working on, and that's going to be crazy. Fat Joe reacted, praising the decision as well as duo ability to make the timeless music like they did in a 2019 hit. No Guidance. Joe says he still feel the record is fresh. It's quoted, it said that ish is gonna kill everything, man. That ish is gonna kill everything because still when I hear that particular song, he says it feels brand new. It feels like it just came out today. It's something that is so hard to do. All right, so yeah, so basically he saying that he possibly is coming out with a new album. And then Chris Brown continued on to say it's definitely something that we're going to be working on. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be the biggest album ever to be made. Bigger than the Beatles, all that. I promise you it's going to be bigger than the Beatles all the way up. And then that's what he said. And then, yeah. So basically they might be coming out with a new album, a collaborated album. I feel like those streams are going to definitely break records because Drake already get crazy streams just for being Drake. Drake can literally cough on a record and it can go platinum. Like, he could be like, it's me, Drake, and like put it on damn Apple Music and it's gonna sell out in a day. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be a dope collaborative album. If you guys are looking forward to a Chris Brown and Drake album collaboration, y'all comment below and tell me what y'all think about that. And then we're going to get into some more topics. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you made it halfway through the show. I hope you guys are feeling good. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, y'all. Let's get to the next subject. Alright, y'all. So this is my segment for independent artists because, me, I'm DJ Jerica. So, of course, I want to talk about things that might be relatable to artists. You know what I'm saying? So, I read this article in Hip Hop DX that basically was talking about Russ. He's a musician. He's now an independent musician, but he made himself mainstream. He ended up getting signed to Columbia Records, and now he's back being independent. And according to him, since he's been back being independent, he is now making $100,000 a week off of streams. Okay, and he posted his pay stubs from TuneCore to social media. So he's making a buzz about it, and he basically just decided to go off the record to talk about how he basically has been making his money. All right, so Russ has been a huge supporter, a big supporter of the independent scene for quite some time now. He announced that back in June, he was actually released from his contract from Columbia Records because he completed everything that was required in his contract, so he was a free agent. Okay. He decided that he wanted to go back into the independent market, and most artists will go back in the independent market is because of financial reasons. Like, they really don't want the man in their pocket like that. So I guess that's what Russ was trying to do. You know, so and although he know that, you know, it might be hard to get back in the indie scene, but honestly, he had a leg up because he's actually signed to a label and now he's independent. So basically what he did was he completed his obligations with Columbia Records. After that, he decided he's going to go 100% independent, and make sure that his new material, he does own all the rights to all of that music, and it's paying off very well. Okay, Russ took to Twitter and revealed how much money he was bringing in weekly and showing off his pay stubs as an independent artist on social media, which is really brazen to put that on social media, especially in the middle of COVID. But this guy decided to put up a post that said some weekly checks on TuneCore, purposely exposed, purposely only for artists. Own your music and stop letting these labels take 15% of distribution fees for pressing an upload button. So he's basically saying that don't let these labels take 15% of your distribution money just so they can upload your stuff on all these social channels, like streaming channels like Apple and Tidal and all this other stuff, where you can literally do it on TuneCore. Okay, and it says the TuneCore account shows the pair of a high number checks, man. The first check was for $89,704 with change, along with an additional whopping $107,396 with change. Okay, you know, I mean, that's impressive. Honestly, that's impressive. But this is what I can say, all right? And I don't want to come off like devil advocate, but it's easy for him to brag about making $100,000 in a week when he was actually signed to a label at one point, right? So like, when he's saying that he's doing this independent, is he really doing it independent? Is he really making the money independent? Because to me, I don't feel like that's really independent. If he was making $100,000 a week on his record sale, and he wasn't already backed by a label and left the label and did whatever he did, you know, it would be impressive if he was literally 100% an independent artist. But he started independent, got signed to Columbia Records and stuff like that. He built his brand, of course. Then he got signed to Columbia Records, which amplified him even more. It took his brand to the next level. No matter how many followers you get independent, it's not equating to how much a label could possibly do for you, because they have an entire team that's backing. And don't get it twisted. I'm not encouraging any artist to sign to a record label. I'm just speaking facts on why most of the time these people decide to sign these record labels, because they get mass promotion, they get bigger opportunities, and they're going to be able to sign basically onto a loan from a label that's going to give you a ton of money up front, instead of you having to work and try to sell those records out of your pocket. And it was just going to be a slower climb when it comes to I guess like financial freedom and seeing a dollar. But once you get that money, it might be harder, but the best thing is that every dollar that's coming actually goes to your pocket and is not going to these label executives who's really not doing anything but, like he said, uploading and promoting. And if you're able, do you think you should successfully upload and promote yourself? Why would you sign to a label? Russ talked about him being independent, but something must have been lacking, because he believed in getting signed to Columbia Records, which he did. He gave it a go around, but he's been working a system. You know, he was very smart about it, because he said, okay, I'm an independent artist, but I'm about to use the industry and not let the industry use me. So after he signed with him, I guess they did whatever they need to do. He completed his obligations, got released, paid whatever needs to be paid off, and now he's a free agent. Okay? And since he's a free agent, he's not signed to any labels. Any other music that come out, all those fans that he got in Columbia is still going to follow him, because he still has social media to continue to market himself and all the people that he's had. So he's taking all of that with him right now, and that's how he's making $100,000 a week. Not saying that it's impossible for an artist to make $100,000 by themselves independently, but it's definitely not going to be that much money that fast as an indie artist. And I don't think Russ would even reach that point had it not been for a label. So for him to downplay the label, like, oh, you know, this and this, I hate when artists do that. Like, and I'm saying, like, when artists do, like, I hate when artists try to, like, make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm 100% independent, knowing they got a big ass team that's helping to market them, knowing they got people that's supporting them, knowing you got people helping them take their career to the next level, knowing that they've been signed to a label, had the experience of being signed to a label, was able to take advantage of being signed to a label, which helped to increase their brand. They completed their contractual obligations, which is fine. You completed your contractual obligations, and now you're going independent, you know, which is okay, but you're technically not an indie artist to me because you were signed to a label already. You just a free agent. Like, if you wanted to go to J Records or whatever other record companies is out right now, Def Jam, you could get signed instantly because you have that industry plug. It's not the same as an independent artist that's out there that's never been signed to a major label. He's been signed to Columbia Records. Like, come on now. He's basically got his marketing and everything else from them. And then once he got tired of it, he did the smart business move and decided to say, okay, I'm done. I finished my contractual obligations. I'm not going to re-sign on because I want all the money to myself, because he probably realized he was losing money. But to me, I don't know. Like, I feel like the title itself is misleading because he's saying as an independent artist, and other people that don't follow his career and they read this article, they're going to think like, oh man, like if he's independent, I can do it too. I mean, I ain't saying that you can't do it, but he definitely had a team behind him to help him reach to the point where he just getting that many streams and downloads as an independent artist because he was signed to a major label. So he had that major label backing, helping him promote and bring his brand to the next level. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Do you feel like his post that he made about making $100,000 as an artist is realistic just by streams alone if you have never ever been signed to a label, unless you are literally basically bankrolled rich and you basically pay for your promotion? How realistic is that? And in other hip-hop news, Lil Baby has announced that he is not doing any more album features as he works on his next album for the next year. He made an announcement on social media basically saying it was fun while it lasted, no more features for Lil Baby. Okay, so I guess they're saying that he's working on his newest album that's supposed to come out next year. You know, he's been doing his damn thing in the middle of all this madness of 2020. He debuted his album, his album, My Turn, debuted at #1 in the Billboard 200, which is very, very tough. You know, he's doing his damn thing. He also won a BET Award for The Bigger Picture at the 2020 BET Awards a few weeks ago. The single itself, The Bigger Picture, rose to #3 on the Billboard Hot 100. You know, he's out here doing his damn thing. So I guess he's getting too big. You know, he's focusing on his overall brand. He's not doing any more features for a random artist, and he's putting everything into whatever deal he has with his label to make sure that his record and his next album, whatever he puts out, is going to go #1 and it is successful. Now, when he's saying no more features, I think he's talking about doing features for other artists. Like, you know how indie artists like reach out to like publicists and be like, yo, I got $10,000. How much, you know, can I get a verse for $10,000? Like that side hustling thing. He said he's ended all of that. But I don't know if he's saying that he's not going to have any features on his upcoming album. But basically, he's basically saying that he's no longer doing any additional features with other artists. So I guess he's just focusing on his overall brand or whatever it is. Probably more of a contractual thing, you know, because when you sign to a label, you really got to put 100% effort into yourself. You know, when you're an artist coming up, features are important because it helps to spread your name out. But I think Lil Baby is at the point where he's like a hip-hop superstar. He's not just like a star, but he's a hip-hop superstar, and he's really just like hitting the peak of his young career right now. So I guess that's the reason why he decided to pull back on all of the freaking features that's going on. So did y'all hear about Megan Thee Stallion's stylist making headlines for this girl drama that he having? You know, it's her male stylist. His name's EJ King, and basically he was talking about a story that's been breaking headlines that allegedly him and Megan Thee Stallion got into a fight at Cardi B's party, and basically trying to give an explanation on what happened. Now, this is being reported from LoveBScott.com, which has tagged Ace Showbiz with the full story. Now, let me read this off. Basically, Megan Thee Stallion, former stylist EJ King's relationship went south after this alleged drunk fight that happened at Cardi B's party allegedly last month. Things went even nastier when JT from the City Girls decided to step in and reportedly shoved him during the argument. Now EJ has offered insights into the incident. He basically went on gagging with Jason Lee and basically said that everybody was faded at Cardi B's party. I'm not a huge drinker, so I was a little more calm, but everybody there was faded. He said he knows when Megan is faded. He knows how passionate and animated she is when she's talking, and so at the party it could have looked like something crazier. He further goes into details of what happened that night. He went on to say, with us talking, it did become a lot. JT may have thought there was something more to it because JT ended up running over and kind of like getting in between us. I don't know JT. I love Young Miami. I respect the city girls overall. And basically he said that he doesn't want to have any issues with any females. He said he don't want to have war with a bunch of girls. That's not what he was on. Okay, so I got a little bit of a clip. I'm going to play the audio. And you guys tell me what y'all think about it. Alright, I'm going to play this joint real quick.
I have no issues. I want people to understand this so much. I have no issues with no females. I don't want to have a war with a bunch of girls, like that's not what that was. So even at the party, it was part of me wanted to hug Megan and just be like.
And then that's one clip. Let me try to get to the other clip real quick.
I have no issues. I want people to understand it.
See what else he said. All right.
A viral video.
That.
And then we got some more. Ladies and gentlemen. Stick with me. I got some more audio for y'all to hear. Just give it a second. This thing is going a little slow, but this is him.
I love you. It ain't no drama. And then part of me, didn't want to talk and engage a whole lot at all because there were people in the room, and there were a lot of people in the room that I just didn't want to make or make the wrong impression of what was going on, interpretation of our conversation. And unfortunately, it did get a lot more animated than I wanted it to be. And I woke up the next day to a damn
a viral video. EJ King got into it with Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, it was just everywhere. So everybody's like, well, what is really going on? So we're definitely not going to hear about it.
I don't know JC. I don't know her. I know she's cool with Megan, and maybe she thought she was coming in to help Megan out, but it wasn't that. I never.
She trying to fight you though.
JT came between us, and she kind of like pushed me back and was like, and she said what she said, and I was like, ma'am, I don't know. I just don't know you. I understand what you're doing, but that's.
Yeah. So basically, that's the clip right there, or whatever, with him basically. Trying to explain the entire altercation, basically saying he wasn't trying to beef with no females. It was just a whole big old messy thing. Megan Thee Stallion eventually went on social media and basically was trying to say that she basically didn't need him, making like sub tweets about him, basically saying certain people are meant to leave your life, whatever. But yeah, it just seemed like it's always some drama going on with Megan Thee Stallion, man, and it just seemed like she just can't seem to keep a friend. It's really crazy about the stuff that she's been going on. I hope that she takes next year, because this year has been long for everybody, and maybe it's because of the bad spiritual warfare, drama, everything. All of this is just a lot of stuff going on. I hope that Megan Thee Stallion takes the time and really works on Megan and try to not be around with so many people, because it seems like she hops from crew to crew and people to people. I gotta adjust my seat, y'all. Give me a second. Yeah, she basically goes from person to person and crew to crew, and she doesn't seem to be like genuinely sure about where she's moving when it comes to her personal life. You know what I mean? And that's not a good thing. You shouldn't partake with a ton of different people and just taking in a lot of energies. I know from what I've heard, that, you know, she's lost a lot of family members, so she doesn't really have much of an immediate family. But I hope that she is more precautious about the people that she hang around with, because that can negatively affect her brand overall. She actually just put a post on Instagram basically talking about she has some good news to announce tomorrow. So maybe she got a new single coming out. Maybe she's involved in a new brand deal, something like that. But I hope that is something positive, because it seemed like there's been a lot of negative Megan Thee Stallion news going on all 2020. And baby, I am tired of hearing about the drama. All right, I hope that she takes the time to really try to get herself together. And get her mind and her spirit in order, because it just seemed like she's always attracted negative energy, and she seems to be losing a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different sides to the story. That's his side, EJ's side of the story. Do you guys believe him? Do you feel like he was attacking Megan? Do you think it was Megan Thee Stallion's fault? We really don't know. These are all allegations. None of us was actually there, but I'm just going off of the story that was reported from Love v. Sky, and also on social media like the Shade Room, whatever, about it. But it just seemed like it's always some drama going on with Megan Thee Stallion. And I really just hope that she just, you know, get it together, man. Like, just try to clean out her crowd. None of us is exempt from cleaning up, you know, throwing out trash, you know, getting people that's around us that shouldn't be around us away from us, whether we're famous, whether we're regular people. You know, it's a dangerous world out there, and when you have the wrong people around you, it can literally end in your demise. And I don't even want to go there, you know, because when I think of demise, there's been a lot of rappers that has been shot and killed this past week, and I'm not even going to go into the details or nothing like that into their stories, because I don't feel like that's a discussion that I really want to have on my personal platform. But what I can say is, based off of the stuff that I'm seeing right now, it's just hip-hop is in a bad place, especially with these male hip-hop artists. You guys need to watch the company that you're keeping, and try to really, if you're really trying to pursue a career in music, try to remove yourself from the street life or whatever it is. Just try to get yourself right, or just don't become a hip-hop artist at all, because it just seems like there's so many men that's out here that become black men particularly, because I feel like in hip-hop it's so many people that's just getting killed. Like, you don't be hearing about R&B artists just getting shot because they walking up the street. It's always hip-hop artists, male hip-hop artists, if I want to categorize it. Well, actually, Megan got shot too. But, okay, so it's just hip-hop artists of the generation that's been out here getting shot because they've been around the wrong people at the wrong place in the wrong time. Like, the hip-hop scene really needed a lot of cleaning up. It just seemed like there's no type of, any type of morals, any type of God. Everybody's sitting there talking about demon time, but there's some true demon time stuff going on in the music industry, and y'all really need to clean it up. Like, I know Megan is a superstar, but she's still young. Look, I'm 29 and I'm still trying to get it right, okay? And she's supposed to be in her mid-20s. I know she still got a goofy kid mentality. Probably not even thinking all the way straight. She done lost a lot of people that's really close to her. Then on top of that, she's walking around here trying to be a pop star. She's like a sex symbol. You know, she's rich. You can't trust anybody. The girl done lost a lot of friends this past year alone because she got a lot of snakes around her. She's just now seeing it, or, you know what I mean? And she also, you know, and possibly has got a lot of stuff that she needs to work on spiritually and just emotionally, just to make sure that she's good as a person. You know what I mean? But for her to lose another friend or a stylist and everything else, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Do you guys think that it's Megan Thee Stallion's fault that all of these relationships continue to just basically fall apart? Like, she lost a lot of friends this past year, or is it the industry? Is the industry really just full of snakes and bad people, and Megan is just starting to open her eyes and realize, like, no, like, these people are not good people. I don't need to be hanging out with them. I need to clear people out of my way. And she's realizing that there's just bad people that's after her because she is a superstar and she's making her dreams come true, and people just want to drag you down, because a lot of times that's how it is in the industry. So many people want to drag other people down that they see are doing amazing things with their life and their career. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in regards to Megan Thee Stallion situation, man, I hope that she doesn't have any more altercations for 2020. Please, you know, somewhere the next 6 weeks, I'm going to tell you, Megan, go sit down somewhere, go pray, get your spirit right, cleanse all the bad people, get some sage and burn out the bad spirits. You know what I'm saying? Really just put together some type of goals book and just focus on that, and just try to stay away from the parties, the drugs, the drinking, and all the other stuff. You know what I mean? And just try to keep yourself surrounded by real people that really care. I know that she loves her dogs, man. If your dogs is the only people loyal to you, keep them around and throw the rest of these hoes out. with the trash, okay? Stop trying to have people around that's not meant to be around. If he's your hairstylist or whatever makeup artist, let him be that. You can't turn everybody your friend. Some people are just meant to be your employee, and that's it. People always say, don't mix business with pleasure, and this is what happened. If that person is a hip-hop artist and they're supposed to be a collaboration, let it be a collaboration. That do not mean that it's meant to be your friend. Just because somebody's doing your hair and makeup, that do not mean it's meant to be your friend, and so on and so forth. You know, when it comes to the music industry, it's really like a social climate thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. So it is hard. You know, sometimes you could be naive because you want friends. You're like, well, these are the only friends that I can get because I'm in this industry. So these are the type of people I have to hang around. But you really don't have to hang around those people. Keep it a buck. You don't have to. Like me, I'm the most isolated person I know. I don't let people come around me. And granted, I'm not no rapper or whatever, but I am a DJ, I am a podcaster. I do work in a media form and a media scene, and I could choose to basically deal with a bunch of people and have a bunch of randoms around me and go to random parties everywhere and do this, and this to build my brand. Or I could do what I'm doing, which is doing quality production, doing my interviews, keeping my distance from people, and building it, and also having my personal life and keeping my personal life the way that it is, and sticking to people that I know is loyal to me and keeping that away, and not mixing these people that's in the industry with my personal life. And I feel like that's the main thing from what I'm seeing. This is my opinion. Remember, you guys, this is my opinion. This isn't me putting a story on Megan Thee Stallion or me trying to like make up something for hits. And this is me just trying to give my opinion and my advice based off of what I'm seeing in the media and the stuff that she's going through. And she has to stop mixing business with pleasure. She got to stop mixing business with pleasure. And she got to try to actually have some type of normalcy outside of this music industry and learn, if it is possible, if she's learning from this, sometimes maybe she just got to shut down. You know, maybe it was too late for her to be able to build any type of genuine relationships or whatever. But for anybody that do entertainment work, whether you're a social media influencer, whether you're a DJ or a podcaster, whether you're this, and this, just really try your best to try to keep as much normalcy around you as possible, because it's easy for you to mix things up. You know, it's easy for you to be blinded by the lights and blinded by the beautiful people that's attractive on the outside but ugly on the inside, in the middle of this mist of this thing that we call the music industry, man. It's real out here, and people don't understand. People have demons on them. People, when they say in demon time, to me, that's real. People be walking around with demons, carrying them on them, trying to pass it off to people. You got to keep your spirit clean. You got to keep your mind clean. You just got to keep yourself clean. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to progress in life. You know, and I feel like a lot of times when it comes to the music industry, artists and stuff like that, they mix up business with pleasure too much. You know what I'm saying? And I know sometimes just being a female in the music industry is scary, because everybody wants to have sex with you. Everybody wants to have you do dirty things just to be successful. Everybody want to be disrespectful for you, especially if you're a black female. You don't have much protection. You don't have a lot of people who really is around you. They try to treat you like a whore. You know, this is the reason why we have people like Jaguar Wright coming out right now. That's 20 years later after her career, whatever. She's coming out and she's like, yo, I can't deal with this no more. I'm about to start exposing people for the stuff that they did to me. A lot of people is mad at Megan Thee Stallion. A lot of people is mad at Jaguar Wright for talking about these nasty, crazy things that were going on. But just looking at Megan Thee Stallion, you can't not look at it and think like, damn, this shit's still going on. Why is this girl still out here dealing with this type of drama? Why is a female still out here in the music industry still dealing with this type of drama? Why is women being treated like whores in the music industry? You know what I'm saying? I watched some of Jaguar Wright's videos. If you guys don't know who she is, she used to be a part of The Roots. She was like the sing woman. She was a singer at The Roots, whatever. And, you know, she had a ton of different stories about heavyweights in the music industry. She talked about Common. She talked about Puffy. She talked about, you know, she went after Clive Davis. She went about a lot of people, higher industry. Some people that I don't think she should have. But if that's what she wanted to do, like, that's on you. She even called out Tevin Campbell and everything else about him being allegedly abused and being turned out and pushed out to allegedly prostitute herself in Hollywood. But she put out a lot of allegations on a lot of people in the music industry. And for me, with Jaguar Wright, it just sounds to me as of a woman scorned who's basically been through the music industry and has been tricked, turned out over it, and basically really is trying to get vengeance for all the other females who's experiencing the same thing, who's afraid to say or come forward with the things that they've experienced. You know what I'm saying? And Megan Thee Stallion isn't any different. You know, I don't know her personally, but I know that the music industry is tough for females. It really is. And especially someone of her caliber. And she just needs to be careful. That's all this segment is really just about, is her really just cleaning energy, man. 2020 is about to end. So hopefully, I'm hoping that, you know, Megan, you really evaluate the people that's around you right now. You know what I'm saying? And really just try to clean house. Like, really clean house. And try to keep people away from you. Forget new relationships. Forget new friends. Forget this and this. Try to talk to God. Try to find your own peace. Try to be happy with being alone and living within your craft. Like, you have that gift of rapping, Megan. You have that gift of being able to speak to your people. Sometimes you just got to take the positive energy from your fans and keep you motivated and really just stick to yourself. And if your dogs make you happy, focus on being around your dogs, like your Roof dog. So she got a ton of them, like 3 of them bad boys. I'll be focusing on that. Forget these freaking people. Let folks do their job and stop carrying people with you. I feel like in the hip-hop industry, this happens too often. This is the reason why so many of them are being killed, dying at an early age, is because you can't take everybody with you to the top. You cannot take everybody with you to the top. You know why? Because you might end up literally going to the top because you're over here getting killed because you done took people who are backstabbers with you to the top. People that don't want to see you do well. You're taking them with you. You're keeping those bad energies with you. You're keeping those street energies with you. And it takes you down in the long run. So for everybody that's out here that's trying to be a hip-hop artist, really, try to clear yourself from people. Watch yourself. You know? I mean, me personally, I feel like it's a dangerous time in hip-hop. And I think it's more dangerous than it was back in the 90s with the East Coast West Coast beef. The way that these boys out here are getting killed at a rapid rate just so they can walk around and say that they're a rapper is absolutely, positively, ridiculously. It's disgusting. And it's just like, how much is it going to take for these people to learn? But they're so caught up in these drugs and everything else, in the street life and everything else. And we got people that's out here worshiping them straight to a casket out here, man. It's ridiculous. You know, God doesn't want you to be dying at an early age, man. And there's people around you who's okay with you just being reckless. Those are people that you need to remove out of your life. Like, that's like your biggest signal is you need to remove these people out of your life. You know what I mean? And you know, I had to take a minute just to preach for a second. I ain't coming here too preachy. But for real, man, it's some serious things that need to get cleaned up. Let me check my time. I got a minute left on that. Okay. But yeah, I just really want... hopefully, I don't know. Megan Thee Stallion, she might not get this. She might, I don't know. Sometimes my videos hit 12,000, 40,000. Sometimes you get 5 views. So I don't know. YouTube algorithm is real funny. But if Megan sees this, I hope that she cleans out her friend list and really try to put herself first. Try to get her spirit right. And realize that she can't take everybody with her to the top. And I feel for her. It's hard out here when you're working in the industry. A lot of people don't have your back. But I wish her nothing but success. You know what I'm saying? And I hope everything works out for you. Especially Megan Thee Stallion, because she's a real hard worker. And she be putting out them hits. And I hope she continue to find success in her life. Now, the next segment we're going to do is music to look out for. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about some music that I personally like. It's going to be the R&B feature of the week. That I feel like the song that you should download. And that's going to be the next segment. Alright? So keep it right here. DJ Jericho Podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. We keep it real up in here. If you like to keep it real, subscribe right now. And follow me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and much, much more, baby. Link in the description. Alright, so this is my segment. I don't know what to call this segment. I guess it's going to be called the music. What's it we can add to my playlist segment? So the song that I added to my playlist is Her, Damaged. Really, really dope song. I really, really enjoy that song. You guys need to check it out. She dropped a music video a couple of weeks ago. Well, recently she just dropped a music video, but the song's been out for a few weeks or whatever. And, you know, she dropped that like last month, but I just heard it like this past week. Really, really like the song. You guys need to check that out and download it. I'm going to be adding more songs to my playlist. Another song that I want you guys to also check out is Alex Harris, Falling For You. That's a new single that just came out as well. That's another R&B joint. I'm going to be picking out R&B songs because me particularly at this point in my life, I really just don't I mean, I listen to some hip hop music, but I'm not into as much hip hop music because I just don't feel like the current wave of hip hop is relating to me, unless it's already people that's already been out. The other single I feel like y'all should check out is Major, Doves Cry. That joint is hot too. I added that joint to my playlist. You know what I'm saying? That's another R&B joint. It's a lot of good ones. And other records that you should download is Busta Rhymes' brand new album that's out right now. That joint is dope too. But like I said, he's old school. You know, not he's old school, but you know, he's a veteran. I ain't gonna say old school because I feel like some people say old school and they feel insulting or whatever. But he's a veteran in the game. You know what I'm saying? He got a dope album out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so those are the songs that's added to my playlist right now. I'm gonna be listening through the week. If you guys have anything that you guys would suggest for me to check out that I may want to add to my playlist, comment below, and I might be able to add that to the list if I actually like the song. Because I'm not gonna drag nobody when it comes to the music segment. Okay, because there's a lot of terrible music out here, and I think the whole music industry probably hate me if I went down a list of terrible songs that's been released. Because it's a lot of terrible songs. But I'm gonna focus on the good music, okay? But yeah, definitely get that Her H-E-R Damage. That record is bumping. That girl is so freaking talented. She be out there doing a damn thing, man. She's coming to her own. Man, she definitely is a problem. Somebody to really mess with when it comes to the music thing, man. But anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up today's show. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the channel overall. Check out my other interviews that I put out. I have an interview that I just dropped with Speech from Arrested Development. Like I said before, I had mentioned it. It's a full-hour interview with something that you guys will really, really like. It's a great show, a great segment. I want you guys to check it out if you made it all the way to the end of this. You guys like my voice, like me talking, blah, blah, blah. Check it out, man. He's definitely a legend in the industry. 2-time Grammy Award winner. He's a hip-hop artist. He writes all his music. He's a producer and all of that, man. Just check it out. Show the man his respect and check it out, man. Because he's definitely dope. And we just talk about everything from Prince, that's the music artist Prince, like sued his group, okay, to all the other stuff, that turmoil that happened within his group, why the group broke up, and everything else, just giving me a lot of tea information. If you guys like that, and you guys are real hip-hop heads, you guys need to check that out. We also have an indie artist interview with an artist named Alcazar that's out on the channel. And we also have my full 112 interview. And we also have that piece by piece and other interviews I have, including Spanky Hands. I got a ton of videos on there. Just check out my channel, y'all. I'm at like 200 and something videos. Your girl is addicted to talking to y'all, man. I'm out here working. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here putting out content. Show love to the channel. It takes a lot of time to produce this, man. And honestly, I'm dropping like 2 podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify right now, because the audio speech interview, I'm about to upload that right now, and I'm about to upload this episode. So it's like boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna be hitting episode 50 real soon, man. We out here doing it, man. I'm very proud of my channel. I'm very happy about everything that's coming together. And once again, shout out to everybody that made that video where I was talking about Easy X Natalie helping to hit 12,200 views. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was mad at me, but I appreciate y'all for just, you know, being upset and making it go viral. Nah, some of y'all was agreeing with what I was saying, whatever. But yeah, I could take it. I could take the heat, because I know this is what comes to the territory when you sitting here talking and saying things about people and stuff. Sometimes people ain't gonna like what you gotta say. People are not gonna like your opinion. People are not gonna this. Yeah. It's life. But anyway, this is my platform. It's the DJ J Erica Podcast. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification, man, and let's get it, yo, man. I'm out here trying to do this thing, man. I'm out here trying to build this thing, you know what I'm saying? But let me quit talking. Let me get off of here. Much love. Peace. DJ Erica.